अस्सलाम वालेकुम, मैं हूँ हिना इजाज। वेलकम टू वीकेंड विद हिना। ये जो अभी मैं आपसे गुफ्तगू कर रही हूँ, आज शायद इस प्रोग्राम में वाहिद वक्त होगा जिसमें मैं उर्दू बोल रही हूँ, लेकिन जो आगे गुफ्तगू होनी है अंग्रेज़ी में, आपको सब टाइटल्स में उर्दू में आप पढ़ सकेंगे, समझ सकेंगे कि क्या बात हो रही है। मेरे मेहमान जो दो हैं, डीजेज़ हैं, बड़ा नाम है इनका दुनिया में, चाहे बीजिंग हो, चाहे न्यूयॉर्क हो, चाहे दुबई हो, दुनिया में बहुत सारे, पता नहीं इन्होंने कितने मुझे जगहों के नाम बताए हैं, मुझे अब जहन से भी फहरिस्त निकल गई है। वर्ब इवेंट्स की तरफ से ख़ास इन्हें दावतनामा मिला, ये आए, इन्होंने कबूल किया है दावतनामा, और मैं ले आई इनको अपने शो पर ताकि आपसे मिलवा सकूं, इनसे पूछ सकूं कि यहाँ पर ये कैसे पहुँचे इस मुकाम पर, पाकिस्तान कैसे आना हुआ, ये पिछले 48 आवर्स इनके लिए कैसे रहे, आगे कितना एक्साइटेड है इस इवेंट के लिए, and would they come back to Pakistan again or not? So without any further delay, मैं आपसे मुलाकात करवाती हूँ डैनी टोरो और थॉमस सॉल्वर्ट की। Hi guys, how are you?
Hi, Hina. Thank you so much for having us in this interview.
So it's your first time in Pakistan. The first impression when you landed?
The first impression when I landed to Pakistan is that it's a country that is very stick to their roots and their traditions. I could say that.
Yes, it's very traditional.
What about the infrastructure? I'm sure when you landed at the Lahore airport, you probably didn't expect such great roads, such a good road network, bridges, etc., etc. So,
well, we're thinking that this country is growing, and you can see the development of this country.
Did it surprise you?
It did, because obviously the idea that we have of Pakistan is that wasn't that developed like as a country, and it is.
So you were surprised?
Yes, I was totally surprised.
And have you met many people since you've arrived here?
We met a lot of people. Yeah, we are not. We are.
I can't remind all names, but
Yeah,
but you
we
met
are.
plenty.
yeah.
So what do you think about the general attitude of Pakistani people?
They are too much welcoming. We are receiving like a very warm welcome from all the Pakistani people, and we are so amazed. And it's something that when you are coming from so far, is really like
You feel good.
You feel good.
You feel welcome.
Yeah, I feel welcome. I feel that place that I could belong easily.
Right.
People very lovely.
And have you had any Pakistani food? Of course. I'm
Yes, I'm 3 days not sleeping because it's so spicy. that,
For me too.
Yes.
I don't
Both of
used
you.
to. Yeah.
Thomas and both of you didn't really enjoy the
no, it's
spicy
not.
part.
No.
It's not that we didn't enjoy, it's that we are not used to, maybe when we go to Mexico, but we already know the spices,
Yeah.
the spicy food in Mexico. But here, like a simple chicken that you see like that is gonna be is no harm to you.
It's on fire.
It's on fire, yes. I think we are drinking a lot because of that, like really. Yes.
Since in the morning, so far.
Everything is so spicy that we have to say, hey, like, let's find a place where it's not that spicy because I have 3 days in a row not
Well,
sleeping.
guys, you have to perform. You need to eat well. So, what
Yeah.
are you going to do about your meals?
Yeah, that's true. Like, we are missing some kind of proteins and stuff here, but yeah, we are.
Okay, if you were to compare Spain and Pakistan in terms of culture, can you do that?
Well, in terms of culture, I must say something that is very, like, most of the people don't know, but we have, in Spain, we have a huge community of people we call gypsies, but they were coming from the valley of the Indo.
Right.
So they were bringing the culture of also Pakistan, because it belongs to this,
Yeah.
like
Very
thousand years ago to Spain. So we can have a gypsy wedding, and we could see that the relation between the gypsy wedding and the Pakistani wedding or other countries around weddings, you know. So we are not that so distant from the culture. We let's say that we have many things in common. Also the sense of humor, also the welcoming to the people that are coming from very far. Except the food that is very spicy, the rest, I would say that is very, very similar.
Right, so
we
food is the
feel-
only constraint so far, otherwise you've settled in well.
Yes, but 2 more days and we got this.
And then you'll probably get used to it.
Yes, we get used to this.
Right. So your event is coming up in the next few days in Pakistan.
Yes.
How excited are you both?
Well,
Because it's a different
we
crowd you're going to be
excited.
dealing with, right?
Yeah, we are excited because it's new people come to the party, so
Yeah, we're very excited because it's a challenge also because Pakistan is a country that is still opening up to the world about music festivals, international
Electronic
DJs.
music,
It's
yeah.
growing slowly, but it's growing, you know. So probably we don't have many references of what kind of music here is going to be the most successful one. So the challenge is to get into the city, listen what the people listen here, and deliver that kind of music.
Have you done your homework? Have you done your research?
Yeah, I think we've been like listening radio, going to the gym,
Yeah.
when you usually can listen the playlist, and also listening what the people like here. But
yeah,
Have you thought
we
of
know
different mixes?
several hits here. Yeah.
Have you thought of different mixes for your
Yeah.
new crowd, which you shall encounter in the next few days?
well, we have some surprises. I'm gonna say just one name, Disco, and I'm not gonna say more because it's gonna be a surprise for the people.
Of course.
We're gonna
I think I have an idea, but I'm not going to say it.
No, let's
don't want
let's
to
wait
spoil
till
the
the event
fun.
is happening, and then you'll have your.
So you have planned some fusion-based mixes also.
Yes,
Yeah.
You
exactly.
have.
Of course.
And you have heard some of the typical Pakistani songs with some typical instruments playing in the back. You're aware of it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we listen
that-
this because let's say that Pakistani, as I say, sticks very strong with their own culture. So let's say that here you don't listen the American stuff coming from America or from Europe. You
The
listen.
masses don't, but there's a particular set of people who do enjoy that music.
They like their own music here, and they like the folkloric music here. That is.
It's
pop.
only natural, yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's very common to listen music.
But how do you
Pakistan
both
everywhere.
adapt to different cultures? Because you visited so many cities, so many countries. I'm sure Tokyo is very different from New York, what you're playing in New York, right?
It's very
Yes.
different.
So
yes.
how do you adapt to that? It's massive work. It's just not going there and playing, which people normally think what DJs do. No, it's a lot of hard work.
That's
So how
part
do you
of the
plan and
work.
prepare? Please, yes.
Yes, it's part of the work that we have to do. Adapt to the country, to listen the good music of the country, the hits, and adapt with the electronic music.
Getting into that vibe.
Yeah, what
Getting
I-
them into that vibe. It's a two-way equation.
Okay, I have a shortcut, honestly. I go
Right.
to Google and just check the playlist on
Yeah.
the radio, and then
Yeah.
I found out what is right now on trend, you know. And like this, I say, okay, I'm gonna use this, or maybe I can use this like a melody and surprise the crowd with this melody from, you know, when I was recently in Tokyo, nobody was expecting me to play one song that was in Japanese at the end of my set. That was the number one in radio song, you know. Everybody was expecting the gringo music, you know.
Right.
But then I played that song and everybody was screaming
Naturally,
because
they feel connected. Has it ever happened that you've planned, you've done your research, and the crowd does not feel connected? And what do you do at such a moment?
reading the crowd.
Yeah.
We read the crowd. We see, okay, we are going through too hard music, and now people are like drinking crowd or other type of crowd that don't like the hard music. So we switch it. We put some vocals, maybe some iconic hits that are gonna help to put the crowd back together, you know, and
Some
then.
global hits, maybe.
It's like communication. At the end,
Yes, it's a
DJing is a way to
communication with the
communication.
people.
We communicate with the crowd. Even if it doesn't matter if we have 100, 1,000, or 5,000 like I had, or we had, at the end, we create a communication channel with the crowd.
Are you a little nervous before the show?
I'm always nervous.
You are, you guys are, you guys are so experienced.
A little bit, but always is good nervous, because that nervous is for to be more concentrated.
Yeah, concentrate.
Yeah.
You have to be nervous because you have to have respect to the crowd, you know. In that moment, you have a lot of responsibility on you.
What kind of a turnout are you expecting, in terms of number of people at this event?
We are expecting easily like 2,000 people.
2,000, that's a huge crowd to handle.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Huge crowd. So normally it's 2,000 to
expect that.
5,000. Does it work like that?
Normally is that, those are the numbers, especially now in countries that are growing in the electronic scene, the
Right.
numbers are growing with it, you know. But it's just amazing that the Verb is start doing these great events and let know the world that Pakistan can have and can host amazing events also.
So, Dani, I'll start with you, then I'll come to Thomas. How did the music journey in your life start?
I started when I was 12. I was mixing tapes, and at that moment I realized that I wanted to be a DJ. So that was in 1999 when I decided to borrow, a friend of mine borrowed me some turntables, you know, and I started with vinyl. It took me so long for me to mix with vinyl. It's not like the technology that we have right now. So I started because I just wanted to make my own mixes. I was tired to listening in the disco.
At the age of 12?
No, at the age of 12 I was making with tapes.
Right.
But when I grew up, like I don't know if I was like 18 or something. I'm old now, so I was 18 or something. I borrow the equipment because I'm coming from a very like poor situation at home when I was a child. I couldn't afford having the real equipment, so somebody had to borrow me that.
So you borrowed it from somebody?
Yes, I borrowed the equipment, and I learned.
At the age of 18?
18. And once I learned, I decided also to start working for a big club that they needed someone to be like a driver for DJs. And I say, okay, like let's start from driver, let's start from the very low. And slowly when I was driving DJs back to the airport and bringing them to the hotel, I was listening their stories. So I was trying to make my own strategy of how I'm going to put myself in the market.
What things did you pick up from those conversations?
From this conversation, I pick up who was deciding, who was the decision maker of some labels, who was the decision maker of some clubs.
It was an educational journey for you.
It was, but I had to sleep many hours waiting the DJs because the DJs, we are a little bit demanding, you know, and maybe one DJ wanted just 1 hour to relax before the airport, so I had to wait 1 hour or sometimes 3 hours before the airport, but you must be waiting him. As a driver, this is a beginning. So I'm proud of my beginnings as a DJ because it was a hard work.
humble beginnings, Thomas.
They were very
But
humble.
you've done so well, you've come so far.
Thank you.
And how do you feel now? Did you think that you're going to come to this level?
Well,
You're going to achieve so much?
I was not imagining that I was getting here, and I still don't believe it. And I try to be grateful every day for what I have, especially after the 2 years of COVID, where I lost what was my career for 2 years. It wasn't
So,
whole.
Dani, during this period, there were no, of course, music shows or you weren't
There were
playing
not.
anywhere. So 2 years you guys were confined in Spain, is that correct?
Yes.
And the situation in terms of COVID, it was pretty bad there.
It was pretty bad. It was like, yeah.
Hard.
Tough times, right?
Yeah, hard time.
We need to find other ways to recycle ourselves, but we have this passion for the music.
Yeah.
So it's fine to do another job, but we didn't get answers. I don't know how it was here in Pakistan, the situation.
Yeah, we did
But-
have a lockdown, of course
but-
we did, but things did open up, and obviously during such times, if there are certain setbacks, there are certain opportunities also. But in terms of the music industry, in terms of performing, yes, there were setbacks.
There was a moment in October that we thought that everything was ending, and then we start again with the lockdown. So I was like not seeing the end of the situation. So for me, it was very depressing because I say, when I'm gonna go back to
You
do
felt
my job?
depressed.
Yes, I did other jobs in the meantime because obviously
Naturally, yes.
I'm not gonna stay like with my arms crossed waiting for. But I'm an artist. This is not only business. This is also passion. and this is also art. So I need to communicate. I need to communicate my art, express myself. So I was 2 years not expressing myself through my art, and was very painful.
And that is emotionally painful.
Emotionally painful.
Well, for Dani, it was depressing. What about you, Thomas?
Well, the same.
Those 2 years.
It was very hard moments, but well,
Did you
in the
feel
end,
very low? Did you feel sad? Did you feel depressed?
the same that the Dani.
And you had to take up another job?
Yes, because I trader professional, and I work in a stock market.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
How did you do?
And then
Did you make money or did you lose money?
No, I make money. The same as the Dani, I want to spread my music at the world, so it was
It was tough.
very hard moments.
So Thomas, how did you get into music?
Well, I started through a friend. He has a turntable, and I saw him, and I fell in love of the music.
How old were you then?
16 years
So
old.
I see when you develop passion for music, it normally happens during your early teenage years
Yes.
or during your teenage years, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
So I've been playing for 20 years.
20 years now.
Yeah.
So you guys have been a team forever?
We met like years ago. We are two. We have joined together for Amsterdam also in a party. But
Another
it's-
party. Yeah.
So you have collaborated before?
well, the good thing is that when you don't see those two DJs, when I don't see him, that means that he's doing well, because it means that he's in other parties DJing. You know what I mean?
Right.
So the good thing is not seeing anybody like this. It means that everybody's working.
Correct, correct. But you know each other's work well.
Yes, we know each other as well. Yeah.
So you never, and you are you friends in Spain back home or no?
Well, we were deciding today to start becoming friends.
So you
know?
are going to become friends after
Yeah.
this trip,
Before
right?
we had like a little
We
feud,
connected,
you know,
yeah.
because he is way too good, you know, and I get very jealous of that. So, but
We
today I
have fun
said,
here, so
But
So
today
he's
I
a
say,
good guy, you're the bad guy, is that what you're saying?
I was thinking that he's nice, a bad guy. I don't like him. You know,
He
has a lot.
wants to look bad, right?
Yes, he has a lot of attitude. I'm not gonna come along with him. And you know what? Pakistan made us friends, so
Yeah, welcome to
Yes.
Nice to meet you.
Pakistan.
yes, this country has something
It's
special.
we got something, huh? There's something in the air.
Yeah, there's something in the air, in the food also.
In the well, there's fire in food.
There's fire in the food, and there's people's heart also.
Yeah, people are very good-hearted here. And if you were to travel up north and into these other touristy places, foreigners are treated with a lot of, you know, they get a very warm welcome. And they're given free food at times by restaurateurs.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, there's always a treat here and there. You get gifts, you get giveaways, because our hospitality is unmatchable.
Nice.
That's a fact. And I believe the Spanish are also very open-hearted. Is that
Yes, we are. We are very
Full of
welcoming.
life.
Full of life, very welcoming. We navigate good through crisis, I guess. And yes, I guess that we need to like slowly discover other places like Islamabad or Karachi, or you know, like
And maybe up north, if we go further.
yes. I
ahead.
want to go to Mohenjo-Daro also. I would love to see the ruins of the civilization.
Yes,
I love
yes,
that.
of course. Of
we're gonna
course.
go.
I would like to talk a little more about Spain, because this is an opportunity for us to take your stories to our audience.
Yes.
So I would like the audience to be educated about the Tomato Festival as well.
Tomato
okay.
festival.
Yes,
I
if
am
you could
coming.
tell us about it in simple words which our audience can understand.
Okay.
What happens?
What
Why
happens-
does it happen?
Okay.
Why does it happen?
I am coming from that area. So it's happening in one city called Buñol,
Right.
and it's called La Tomatina. So what happened is that the tomatoes in exceed from the, that they are collected from the fields and they have in exceed, one day in August, they decide to do a war of tomatoes and just throw to each other the tomatoes, getting everyone dirty. So this is one of our craziest parties, celebrations that we have in Spain, very famous. It's happening in August.
In August.
And I
In
recommend
August.
to all people watching us to visit.
You have fun.
Spain in August. So that's
August.
a good time to visit Spain. अगर आपने Spain
Visit
जाना है तो
August
August में जाइए.
in
You have fun
Spain,
there.
and you have to land in Barcelona and then take a train to Valencia, and then it's just very close to
You
Valencia.
know, a funny thing on a lighter note, tomato became very expensive in Pakistan recently.
It became very expensive in Spain. I'm pretty sure that
Oh, it did? And yet the
Yes.
festival's going to take place?
I think they're gonna throw like
Stones now.
Yeah, stones. Because
I
listen,
hope not.
we are in Spain and the crisis with the war in Ukraine and everything happening, the energy, the cost of
The
the
prices
energy.
have gone up for tomato.
Yeah.
The prices is impossible like the lifestyle right now to have like we used to have pre-COVID, So we Spanish together with the Pakistani people, I think we are suffering the same type of crisis. I think it's a worldwide crisis,
The inflation, we cannot.
So the prices have gone up there.
Yes.
Yeah.
But we have faith that as we all survive
And that's something common that we have. We have faith.
we have faith. Faith is the base of is the foundation of my career, the foundation of my life, but also of our. Faith is the foundation of our culture, of our nation. So we have faith that as we survive COVID, we're gonna survive also this crisis.
Hope is what keeps us going.
Yes,
And faith is what we gotta have.
exactly.
So what about the bull that runs through this entire tomato festival, or is it another festival?
This is another festival, and it's called San Fermines,
San
and
Fermines.
everybody is like, that's crazy, and it's very dangerous.
I mean, it's
That's
really, it's risky.
It's risky. All my family are very close to the culture of the bulls, and I'm gonna make like some product placement. So visit www.meskebos.com because you can have like my family produce bulls in puppets for collection.
Oh, the souvenirs.
The souvenirs of bulls.
Right.
So it's the company is called Meskebos, and we do for kids also this kind of like imitation of what is San Fermin.
I'd like to look it up.
So
yes.
basically, San Fermin is bulls running. You have to run all the way down, and if you are catched by a bull, it's gonna be very like
Lethal. So people have died during this festival?
only tourist people.
They have died.
Some of them, not all of them.
Of course, not all.
Not all, yes.
But there have been deaths.
Put yourself in front of a bull and you've never done it before, you're probably gonna get hurt, And
You have to be
Danny.
prepared.
usually are always Americans that they get hurt by bulls, and we have them in the news.
There must be a lot of injuries, I'm sure.
They are, yes, but they are not injuries to the animals, so that's a good thing.
Right. The animal doesn't even know what it's happening.
No, they just run, and whatever is in front,
The
they
animal's
just.
like, why am I here?
Yes,
But it's looks a lot of fun, especially, well, the festival that I favor more is the tomato festival.
yeah, this is better,
That's
and
more
it's
fun.
harmless, so it's better.
It's super fun. I mean, it's very exciting.
So I
fun,
hope I'm
it's
gonna
fun.
see you this year.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it.
When you're angry here in Pakistan, start throwing
I'm not
tomatoes.
doing that. They're expensive.
They're expensive.
They're very expensive.
Yes, so maybe it's like diamonds and you have to keep them.
Yeah. Well, food is becoming like that, unfortunately. Food is becoming like that. Things are scarce in number.
Yes.
So, well, I believe that's worldwide. So tell me about your headphones. Are they real?
This is a gift of the
It's
one
really
fan.
nice.
Yeah, it's the gift of the one fan in Brazil. So always come with me.
So it always
and
stays very
it's a-
close to you. You're hiding all your emotions behind your dark shades.
well,
No, this
You
is.
see, he's blushing, Dani.
Yeah,
Do
he's
you
so
see
cute.
that?
This is just to make us more cool,
He's a
you know.
good guy.
Yes.
He's not the bad
Really?
guy. Right. Well, Thomas, Dani, when I was about to start this interview today, of course, I had these questions in mind that I'm going to pose about Spain and so on and so forth. Trust me, there's so much more to ask. But unfortunately, I must end the show here. And your show must go on.
Yes, we end up a show and we start another.
And I wish you all the best, and I hope you come back again. And
Thank you.
I hope this show is a huge success. Well, anything that Verve Events organizes is always a success. They're great planners.
I thank you very much for your time. I thank you very much, NewsOne, for having us here, for let us share with
Thank
the
you.
Pakistani
so much
people.
I learned so much about Spain furthermore today.
and I hope you all are at the party and
Yeah.
to
All
have
the
fun
best
there.
for that.
So we're excited to
And we
play.
want to thank also all your staff, all your crew that is making
Well,
this
they were
possible.
very excited to see you.